Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of NYSC Half Hour. I am Nkem Okwogu. On today's episode, we'll take you through the colorful and promising journeys of young entrepreneurs who went through the NYSC Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development Program SAID and are beneficiaries of the NYSC Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund, which is in partnership with the Bank of Industry. Their stories are of resilience, dedication, hard work, and a positive testament of the NYSC's vision of self-reliance and wealth creation. We will be right back. On the news today, the Director General, National Youth Service Corps, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, has directed all NYSC state and FCT coordinators to ensure strict compliance with COVID-19 prevention and safety protocols in all camps and other formations of the scheme nationwide. The Director General gave this directive while interacting with management of the scheme and officials of the Nigeria Center for Disease Control NCDC during a virtual meeting held recently as part of preparations for the conduct of the forthcoming Batch B Stream 2 orientation course scheduled to commence on the 19th of January 2021. Corps member Fabricates solar-powered irrigation gadgets. An ex-corps member, Matthew Ajibola, fabricated solar-powered irrigation gadgets while serving at the International Institute for Tropical Agriculture, IITA, Ibadan. Ajibola showcased the gadgets during a walk-in visit of the NYSC Director General, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim, to the agency's headquarters in Ibadan. He said the IITA sponsored the execution of the project, which uses digital signal sensor to track soil conditions, soil temperature, and other soil nutrients. Welcome back. Our first story centers around Oge Ayodele, the CEO of Oge Fashion and African Stitches. He served in Plateau State in 2017 and took full advantage of the NYSC SAID in-camp training on fashion designing. He continued the training post-camp and followed the painstaking process to become a beneficiary of the NYSC Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund. Today, he runs a thriving business and has become a SAID trainer himself and is contributing positively to the society. Let's meet him.
Good day, viewers. Welcome to Oge's Fashion. My name is Oge Ayodele. I'm the CEO of Oge's Fashion African Stitches, ex-corps member in 2017. I served in Jos, where I camped in Mangu, and I was introduced to SAID, Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development, where I learned fashion designing. Though I have a basic knowledge on fashion designing, but now I own my own fashion house. I started fashion designing and I decided to do different things, ranging from Ankara craft, bag, using fabric, adire, danshiki, to make ready-to-wear like footwear, bags, corporate and native, male and female outfits, and lots more. I was one of the beneficiaries of GEF, Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund, which is in collaboration with BOI, Bank of Industry, and NYSC, when they help to reimburse and support young corps members who want to start their business of their own. Now I have my own fashion house and I have a lot of machine equipment to expand myself. Come and see a whole lot of things I do. Now one of the things I make is I do Ankara craft. I do craft, bag making using gum work and a lot more. I make suits for weddings and I do a whole lot of ready to wear for male and female. I do male and female. I do agbada, a special kind of agbada that is actually not just the normal embroidery, but this is a computerized agbada, which they call the monogram kind of agbada. Also, I make I try to promote the uniqueness of African fabrics by combining denim and Ankara to make a t-shirt. So these and many more are the things I do, and you can come around and see more of what I do here. This is my workshop, and you can see this is Udi with Kente. Kente is one of the most popular and most indigenous African fabrics which they used to make wear. It is originated from Ghana. Now this is Agbada. This is Agbada for groom, and also we can see the combination of African fabric to make unique dress. Also, this is a beret designed with button just for its uniqueness, and many other crafts is what we do here. Well, we also have a lot of machines with support of Bank of Industries where we used to make, this specifically make leather works. This does our leather, like our bags, our footwears, and lots more. This do our round neck, our polo, and a lot of unique design. This is 5 thread, as the soles is also weave. Now this is our 20U design. All this does is it's embroidery. So it does embroidery work on different fabrics, and we have our straight sewing here. And we also have many other manual machines which actually help and promote our production. After I graduated, I was posted to Plateau State, where we would camp in Mangu, where we spent our orientation camp, and that was where I had the program SAHED, Skill Acquisition and Entrepreneurship Development, where core members learn a skill. And during that training, during that orientation camp, we also heard about Bank of Industry coming around, different financial institutions coming around, and encouraging core members to be their own boss and start their own business. So that was why when I showed more interest in fashion design, and I decided to join fashion designing as my SAHED training on camp. So I was in fashion designing, and then the basic knowledge I had actually helped me to actually fast track a whole lot of things, and that really helped me. So after my camp, the orientation camp, I still decided to stay back in Jos, and I started looking for fashion houses in Jos. Then I went to Terminus. There's a very popular place called Terminus, where I found a fashion house, and I decided to work with them.
Becoming a graduate entrepreneurial fund beneficiary was a dream come true for Oge.
It's a collaboration between Bank of Industry and NYSC to fund core members who are interested in running business. Fortunately, from before I left Mangu, we did a training for few core members. Some of us that are interested, like 200 of us that are interested in this program, they camp us and do 2 weeks training. They teach us on business plan, they teach us on business ethics, they trained us on how you can successfully run your business. So after that, then I said, okay, I want to redeploy back to Ibadan, and I want my fashion house to be in Ibadan. They told us we can redeploy, we can pick a location where we want our business to be, and it really helped me. So after my service here, I decided to follow up the process. They were telling me at home to go and look for a job and this, but I stick to that. I stick to the business. And after few months and a lot of rigorous training and process with Bank of Industry, they decided to disburse the funding, and I make sure I use it effectively and perfectly, where they got us machines. Me personally, I was able to get machine, industrial machine, because I told them everything I do. I do bags, footwear, male and female, corporate and native. I even do wedding gowns. So they decided to, because the machine was very important to me than just the money. So they were able to give me the machine, which I now have now, which I now use now, and also give a little funding for the running of the business, which I was also able to get few materials and some other things. So, and since then I've been able to, at least to a large extent, I'm almost through with their funding, their money, because it is 0% for core members. Like, you pay the exact money they give you. That's what you pay back. So it's just like a free money for me, and I make sure I make good use of it.
Just as the NYSC has impacted in him, Oge AYODELE is giving back to the society. He funded the Project for the Young initiative, where he mentors the younger generation for self-reliance.
There's a project I run, Project for the Young, where we train young people, give them materials from my brand through this little funding. So we go to schools, like we've gone to like 5 schools in Ibadan, where we give them notebooks, we give them writing materials, and also we train them on skill acquisition, because we believe entrepreneurship is the way out of poverty in this generation we have. So we've been given award, African Fabric Design of the Year, also for our CSR. They've known us in Ibadan for the brand and the uniqueness of what we do.
As an NYSC SAID trainer, he has trained over 5,000 core members on fashion designing, brand building, and networking.
I've been training core members for more than 2 years now, and I've trained over 5,000 core members in learning. I have some that now have their own fashion house that are not doing very well. They come here on Saturdays and after their CDS to learn. And in fact, it has been great because I also train them the way I train my students.
In the true NYSC spirit of excellence, quality is always prioritized at Oge Fashion. Beneficiaries of the Oge Fashion have this to say.
Hello everyone, I'm ADETOLA, a student of Oge's Fashion African Stitches. Oge Fashion is dealing with the production of attires, making use of the African fabric. This fashion house has been very, very useful to me because it has added values to me, and I want to thank my boss for everything he has done for me.
The brand is very, very well organized, and since when I've been here, I've learned a lot, and Oge Fashion has inspired me a lot to be into a fashion design.
Oge's Fashion is a brand, a fashion brand, and they deal with a lot of things, and I've been able to learn from all those things that they've been teaching. I came here I already learned from somewhere, but I just came here to improve on my skills. It does not just teach us how to sew and all that. It teaches us how to run a business, how to be a boss on your own. And I feel like working under him has been it has been helpful for me.
I want to appreciate Oge because he has increased my intent of being in a fashion house. Though I actually developed a slack and discomfort in all fashion houses, but Oge has actually provided a great answer to my doubt about it. Being in Oge Fashion has been so helpful and beneficiary.
Oge's Fashion has been so helpful to us in a way that it has helped us to know how to make neater stitches and make perfect and good quality of clothes. Over time, he has also been teaching us on how to handle leadership. Just last weekend, we attended the Leadership Summit, which Jimmy Tewe also attended, and he spoke to us concerning some things. So Oge's Fashion has given us quite a large range of opportunity. He has given us access to the world. He has made us be able to handle things that would help us in our future and will make us better people.
Oge is filled with gratitude to NYSC for the opportunity to create a self-sustaining means of livelihood.
I will always be proud of NYSC anywhere I go to. I will always say I'm a beneficiary of NYSC because I get a grant from that platform, and it has actually helped me to build my brand. And now I can say, oh, this is Oge's Fashion, and this is what we do. I want to say big thank you to NYSC, and I want to say big thank you to BOI for collaborating with NYSC to help young ones like me. Because I still have other friends in other states that are doing very well. But me, as myself, I can talk for myself that NYSC has helped me, has helped me to achieve all these things I've achieved with God.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
That was so beautiful to watch. It was particularly touching to watch the testimonials of the interns and trainees. You see, the ripple effect of economic empowerment cannot be overemphasized. It is the catalyst for true economic development and nation building. We move on to our next story. It is on Oru Eriga Precious, an ex-corps member from Delta State who served in Bauchi State in 2017. During his service here, he discovered the NYSC SAID program and the Graduate Entrepreneurship Fund, which he keyed into. Today, he is the CEO of Precious Farm Nigeria Enterprise and focuses on the commercial rearing of livestock, particularly fishery and poultry. Let's go to him.
Good day, my name is Precious. I'm an ex-corps member, a beneficiary of the SAID scheme through the help of NYSC. You are welcome to Precious Farm Nigeria Enterprise. At Precious Farm, we are into livestock, basically fishery and poultry. But this is the poultry, and this is one of the poultry. We have 3 poultry that we run, and then we have the fish farm at 2 different locations. But we are going into the poultry now. Come with me. I studied at Delta State Polytechnic Ogwashuku. I did my ND at Delta State Polytechnic Ogwashuku, then my HND, Delta State Polytechnic Otefe. I was posted to Bauchi, where I did my 3 weeks orientation. Then I redeployed to Edo State. And while at Bauchi, I had the opportunity to apply for the GEF3 scheme under Bank of Industry in partnership with NYSC and the federal government. And I was fortunate to be among one of the lucky beneficiaries through the business plan competition. Actually, it was a business plan competition whereby we were 11,000 persons that applied. I think 2,200 qualified for the training. Then we were trained on a 4-day course on how to run about key financial prospects in business, how to manage your business, how to see opportunity and identify one and take advantage. While we were in the camp, they stressed it out that SAID should not stop in the camp, but we should take it from there and build on it. So when I came to Edo State, I continued with the SAID program. We go for orientation and we go for training as well, until that opportunity came where my name was selected among the lucky winners, and a loan was given, a training was also given, which helped me to build the business to the level it is today. I was into farming even before I gained admission into school. So that was where I gathered the experience from. It has been a passion. It has been something I love doing. So while in school, I do it on part-time basis. And immediately I graduated, my focus was not to get a job, but to build on what I have inside me. And NYSC gave me that opportunity to really practice by giving me the loan and also giving me the training that is needed. And that is why the business is as successful as it is today.
Erica's advice to prospective corps members.
I want to use this opportunity to advise those who apply for loan, most especially through the SAID and the NYSC scheme. Before you even think of getting a loan, get an in-depth understanding and knowledge of the business that you want to use the money for. Because that is what makes the payment of the loan seem to me as if I'm not paying anything at all. Because the idea was there, the skill required was there, what to do, I have the knowledge. And the 4 days mentorship that was given to us through, by NYSC, through the Bank of Industry, that 4 days mentorship, I learned something I never learned for 5 years while I was in school. When it comes to financial cash flow and how to run a business. So once you have this in-depth knowledge, securing a loan will not be an issue. That's why you see, I don't even know when I am paying the loan. I just get an email, you have been due, and the next thing, I made a transfer. And I receive an email, thank you, your transaction has been confirmed. Because why? The business is functioning at its peak. The 6-month moratorium that was given to me was enough for me to gather enough capital, and I'm servicing the loan from the profit from the business, not from the capital. The profit I make is what I use in servicing the loan. And what I am paying for my profit is not up to 10% of the profit that I am getting from the business. To those who think that the 1-year mandatory National Youth Service Corps is a waste and waste of time, I will say to them, they are deceiving themselves, and I don't know a word to quantify it. They are not only deceiving themselves, but they are causing a huge blunder to their future. Because when you go to the camp, you will be changed. That 3 weeks is like 3 years of transformation. You will be changed. Your view about life will change drastically. There is a lot to learn in the NYSC. There is a lot to achieve, and the Sahid scheme is one of them. So whoever thinks that going there is a waste, they should have a rethink.
Eriga is filled with gratitude to the NYSC for the rare platform to achieve his dreams.
I feel grateful for NYSC. You know, we have a normal issue whereby there is no unemployment. Now you are leaving the camp, you are leaving the service, the 1-year scheme, and the hope of having a job is not there. But NYSC provides that platform whereby I don't even have to think of getting a job. But as you can see, I have more than 8 employees. That's full-time. I have part-time workers that do work for me. NYSC did not only help me to create a job for myself, but also to have the opportunity to employ others. So NYSC have really done a great deed. These are the broilers, and they are 8 weeks old. These are the layers. They are 23 weeks old. They just started laying. That was at 21 weeks they started laying, and they are just 2 weeks of laying. And at 7 months, they will be at their peak, where they produce not less than 40 crates on a daily basis. In this farm, we have 1.5 ready for laying. Then we have 2,200 that we are brooding that are 7 weeks old already. At the other farm, we have about 4,000 birds that are ready for laying. Even with these numbers of birds, we still could not meet the demand of egg. That's to tell you that egg is a very lucrative business. By Friday, they will be 6 weeks old. They are 2,200.
My name is Daniel James. I work for Promise Farm. The farm, they do me well. They pay me good. I use my money, build my father house for village. That's why I dey happy. The thing where God give me, I happy.
I want to use this opportunity to say a big thank you to Saheed. Thank you to Bank of Industry. Thank you to NYSC, and thank you to Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Nigeria serves, Nigeria we serve.
It is evident that the National Youth Service Corps has been touching lives since 1973. It is indeed a platform for national integration, a catalyst for economic development, and a true pride of the nation. I really hate to go, but I must, because that's how much time we have on today's episode of NYSC Half Hour. But remember, you could always write to us on the online handles displayed on your screens right now, and we would write back. Remember, the safety of corps members in our communities is the responsibility of you and I. Until I see you next time, I am Inkem Okwogo. Stay safe.